Microsoft is reportedly killing off its Internet Explorer web browser brand, and it's developing a new browser with a project codenamed Spartan. So, joining us now to talk about this is Angelo Zino, Senior Industry Analyst at S&P Capital IQ. And Angelo, let's go through a couple points here. What does dropping the Internet Explorer brand actually mean and say about the browser itself?
Well, if we actually take a look at Microsoft's Internet Explorer brand here, back in 2007, their market share was north of 80%. If you look at it today, it's hovering about 30%. So they've lost significant share in recent years, a lot of that having to do with the success of mobility. So really what it tells us is that they've essentially failed in their expansion efforts within mobility. But because of that, we think rebranding efforts today is almost a necessity for the brand.
All right, so here's the thing. What's Microsoft going to have to do? What will the new Microsoft browser have to look like, have to offer, given the competition with the likes of Google Chrome and Mozilla's Firefox, maybe a couple browsers that are a little bit more optimal, say, for the mobile using experience?
Right. So, I mean, simply put, it's got to be more it has to be more mobile friendly. So features like greater voice command control. It has to be more personalized to the user. It has search functions have to be a lot better, a lot faster. So simply said, it has to be more mobile friendly.
All right. So what does this now say about the company as a whole? What does this move do? What does it indicate about Microsoft, especially the fact that Satya Nadella, the CEO of the company, he's only been on the job for not that long. So what does this mean about the new Microsoft under Satya Nadella's stewardship?
Right. So if you actually look at Microsoft today, it's still heavily intertwined to the PC market. Clearly, we saw some stabilization in the PC space in 2014, some challenges here in early 2015. But if you actually look at what Microsoft wants to do, we think the growth potential for the company is clearly on the cloud computing side of things. And as it stands from that perspective, we think that they're okay. So overall, the prospects, I think, for Microsoft are going to be good as long as the focus continues to be on the cloud computing side of things. If you look at what Satya's said here since his appointment, he's looking to have more Microsoft software on all devices, not only Microsoft's, but that along the lines of Apple's as well as Google's. So as long as we think Microsoft continues along that path, we think they'll be okay.
All right. So one last question here, and I'm going to put you on the spot.
Yep.
Right now, it's called Project Spartan. What does the new name have to be or sound like for people to want to use the product?
Interesting question, but I think overall, I think the Microsoft brand is still a strong one. So something with the Microsoft name within it, I think, would be smart for them to do. I think consumers still like the Microsoft name in itself. So something along those lines.
All right, Angelo Zino, thank you so much for joining us there with your thoughts on the Internet Explorer, at least brand dying away, being replaced by something new. We know it's Project Spartan. We don't know what it's going to be in the future. Thank you so much, Angelo, and thanks for watching TechBet. I'm Dominic Chu. Have a great day.